We are live. Let's get ready to podcast.
Fire it up.
Welcome back to another live and amplified IndieFusion podcast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet. We're back at it again with another amazing podcast. Today, we have a very special guest joining us. We have Nickola Magnolia. How's it going?
Hello. Great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining me on a Friday night.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Friday nights are always the easiest to book for some reason.
Is it really?
No, you'd think it'd be like the hardest night to book, but for whatever reason, if I wanted to book a Friday night, it's not hard.
That's interesting. Well, I feel like Friday nights usually start pretty late for musicians, so maybe it's still early enough for us that we can be caught at a good time.
Fair enough. So how's everything going? How's life been treating you?
Oh my goodness, things have been amazing and so busy with releasing new music right now. And I'm gearing up to go on tour to Europe on Tuesday. So it's been a little bit hectic balancing the release of new music and also preparing for a tour. But I mean, it's such amazing things going on, so I can't complain.
Fair. And you're up in Toronto right now, correct?
I am, yeah.
How's everything going there?
It's good. I mean, I'm a little bit outside of the city, so I am blessed to have cows for neighbors. But I'm obviously in the city a lot to play. And, the Blue Jays were doing really well in the World Series for a hot minute there. Yep. So Toronto, there's a lot of excitement going on in Toronto right now.
All right. I was pulling for them so hard. I mean, I'm not a Blue Jays fan. I'm from Chicago, so I'm a White Sox fan. That's my team. But I can't stand the Dodgers. And it's just like, all right, come on, Blue Jays, let's do this. They've talked about how hard it is for you guys to pull in any big names because of all the different tax and legal things that kind of go on.
True.
And you guys are going to just do it this year. Like, come on, let's do it.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
So are you from around Toronto or where are you from originally?
Yeah, I grew up outside of Toronto and have spent a lot of time here. I lived briefly in Europe as well and kind of like all over the place. But I mean, Toronto feels like home. Yeah.
Fair. I keep wanting to come to Toronto. My big Canada story is I went to Windsor.
Why?
It's kind of a funny story.
I guess it's kind of not far from you.
Well, so my dad used to work in Detroit.
Okay.
And he had like a weird schedule where he was working like 2 days and he had like 2 days off and then he was working 2 days. Okay. And he's like, hey, since I can't come home for those 2 days, why don't you guys come up to Detroit, visit me, and, we'll go do Detroit things, At the time, I don't know what Detroit things are, but we went and did Detroit things.
Nothing good.
Right? And he was like, hey, you guys want to go to Canada? Because this was like spring break or something. He's like, you want to tell your class that you went to Canada on spring break? And I'm like, sure. And we just crossed the bridge and...
Okay, that makes sense now.
And we were going to go to lunch, but it was like an odd time and nothing was open. So I was like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting, so...
Canada was closed for you.
Probably. I love it. But no, I've been meaning to get to Toronto. One of the very first musicians I started working with was based out of Toronto. So
no way.
So
crazy. Well, a lot of us end up in Nashville or California because there just isn't the same kind of music industry in Canada. So
really interesting.
Yeah.
You guys should start looking into Texas. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I went to Texas last winter.
Okay.
Where did I go? Roundhouse in Austin.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple other places on the way I was like road tripping with a friend. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like it didn't, because like if you go to Nashville all the time, you get used to how much music is going on all the time. And then comparatively to Austin, you're like, wait, where is it?
Yeah.
Like where is the music scene in comparison to like the thousands of venues and bars in Nashville? So I think I would need more direction with
Fair.
Texas. Yeah.
That's fair. And I mean, to be honest, like tech Austin was probably the good place to start because like that if they always seem to have something going on. Now last year they were going through some changes and whatnot, so I don't know exactly what happened there, but I know if anywhere you want to go in Texas at any given night, there's always something going. Not to the extent of Nashville, where you park in one spot and there's 40 bands playing.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen in Austin, but there's always cool places to go.
Yeah, I noticed that like dancing was really a big thing in a lot of the bars and stuff in Texas in comparison to Nashville. It's more about bands and music, but any of the live bands were all playing music that you could dance and two-step and so that was kind of cool.
Right. It's fun. It's different. It's a different environment for sure. So
yeah.
So how did you get introduced to country music? I was listening to some other interviews that you've done, and I try not to do that because I don't want to know too much, but I basically went to go make sure I was pronouncing your name correctly.
Right.
And then before I knew it, I was 20 minutes into an interview and I'm like, dang it, I did what I don't like to do. But, it is.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that I was captivating enough that you stuck around an interview for 20 minutes. But it's a bit random because like I grew up near cities, so country music it's not the same as in the South where you just hear it everywhere. And my parents were mostly like listening to blues, soul, rock and roll. So I grew up more really listening to blues. And it's so random. I liked folk music, but the country music that I knew was really just kind of like Canadian country radio, which was more on the like commercial pop side. Yeah. And I wasn't really into it, and I didn't have a big introduction into the other side of country music. So very randomly, I was living in Berlin for a few years, Berlin, Germany, and I had a Swedish friend who asked me to go to a wedding in London, and it was two country singers getting married.
Nice.
And coincidentally, a week before going to London, I had watched this movie called Broken Circle Breakdown. It was a Belgian film that was all country Americana covers in the film, like Townes Van Zandt and all of these like gospel country songs. And my mind was just absolutely blown. I was like, this is country music.
Right. Townes Van Zandt is big here in Texas. Like everybody I talk to, that's the one like common thread amongst others, but Townes Van Zandt is a very common thread.
Yeah, well, he is the reason I fell in love with country music, for sure. It was hearing If I Needed You, and I went, holy moly, this is it. This is the thing. This is what I feel. This is everything. So, I ended up at a wedding, and of course, they were two country singers, and they sang If I Needed You a cappella in the church during the ceremony. Nice. And there wasn't a dry eye in there, and I was pretty much sold. And I never looked back from that moment. I just went on a deep dive of towns and folk music and just the country music that wasn't on the radio. So
it sounds like we had very similar upbringings with the music thing, because like my mom was into rock music. She was listening to like the Monkees and the Beatles and stuff of that nature. And my dad was more into like jazz and I guess like jazz piano, like all that fun stuff. And then any experience or exposure to country music, it was like the Chicks, it was like Rascal Flatts, like very mainstream country music. And I was like, I don't, whatever.
You're like, I
Yeah.
need to feel it.
Right, right. And it's like, okay, I feel it a little bit, but not really. And then I went to school. I moved like 6 hours south, and I went to school, and all my roommates were like big into country music, and they introduced me to like George Strait and a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
They're like Merle Haggard, and they're like, this is who you need to listen to.
Yeah, yeah. They're
And,
like, this is it.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's different. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, and you, I mean, your world opens up, and I like growing up listening to blues music when I started falling in love with country music and found, like 90s honky tonk, and it's just blues. It's blues, but with the soul of country in it. And yeah, so my new album that's coming out that I've been slowly
yeah,
trickling, 3 songs are out now, and every 2 months I'm releasing another 3 songs from the album. It's called Bad Woman, but there's a few like actual honky tonks
yeah.
on it.
I mean, I was listening to Liar Liar right before you came on.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
before you logged in, because like I'd been listening to like pretty much everything like throughout the last couple days, just kind of running through your playlist, and like right before Liar Liar came on, and for what I had heard it before, like throughout the last day or two, and then just for whatever reason it came on, I'm like, oh, this song is different than the other stuff I've heard. So
Yeah, it is. It is. It's more, I think like Liar Liar's kind of rockin',
yeah,
like it has such the guitar especially is like, so there's so much rock and roll in that
hmm,
song, which is fun. It's like, it's maybe the like least country on
hmm,
the album.
yeah,
It's the last song I recorded for the album, and I mean, I've been kind of releasing the songs at the end of the story of the album.
hmm,
So I like to say, there's different stages of grieving a relationship, and the last one is anger, and that's Liar Liar.
fair. I get it. Now, how many songs are on this project?
There's 12.
12. And are you releasing it physically as well, or is it just going to be digital? And
Yeah, so I have the vinyl. I just got them this week, and I'm bringing them on tour with me. So it's cool. Like the people that come to shows will get the vinyl before the entire album is out, which I think is kind
yeah,
of cool. That you get to like have a physical listening before
mhm,
you get the digital, which never happens anymore.
nice.
Yeah.
We'll have to offline this one, and I will have to buy one of those from you. I love vinyl, so
Yeah, they're red
I
too. The
love.
vinyl's red.
That's the cool thing about vinyl right now is like, remember like back in the day, it was all just like black vinyl and that's all you did. And now people are
Yeah,
just like, I have a vinyl over here that's like clear with like color pellets in it, and just
that's
like splotches
cool.
of color, and it's
So
like,
cool.
man, I don't even want to play this because I don't want to ruin it. Like,
Yeah.
I just kind of want to leave it here. So.
You're like, I just want to put this in a display case.
Right, right, right. And I mean, I know a lot of people do that, but it's just like,
Yeah,
honestly, it's something about listening to vinyl that's just so
I
clean.
know.
Yeah,
I know. I know. I listened to my own vinyl today while I was doing, like computer music work,
yeah,
and it was nice to like get up and flip it. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I love the order. I love
right.
hearing the actual order of this album and being able to get to the B side, and it's like it starts again, you get back into it all over again.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's nothing like it.
it's really cool. I enjoy it. I need to get a better vinyl player because
Yes.
I've just got one of those little Victrola suitcase deals that you could get at like,
Oh yeah, no,
at,
you need speakers.
yeah. I mean, I have speakers, but it's just like if I'm gonna like put that kind of effort into it, I'm gonna go get like a nice vinyl player that can
Yeah.
handle putting that stuff out. So
Yeah, you can find so many refurbished good players
Yeah.
now. And there's usually in every city like a vinyl geek that's
Mhm.
just repairing these old
Yeah.
players for
Oh
you.
yeah. Well, see, where I'm at, we've got a few different places that will sell vinyl and do all that stuff. There's this place in town called Spin Connection, but they sell a lot of like the more modern stuff, which is fine,
Yeah.
but it's all like very expensive, like very freaking expensive. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
No,
yeah,
you gotta find the guy that's like 80 and he's selling it at his garage sale or something.
yeah, right. I need to do that more. I need to go to more garage sales. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely find vinyl and players there for sure.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you're leaving Tuesday to go out on tour out to the UK. How long are you going to be out there for?
Well, I actually start in
Or
Italy, so
Europe? Sorry,
that's
I defaulted
okay.
to the UK for some reason. So
Well, Brexit now, it's such a distinction.
yeah,
But yeah, I do go to London eventually, but I start in Italy. I'm flying to Rome.
mm,
And yeah, I mean, I'm there for a while, about almost a month and a half.
nice.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of shows,
yeah.
not a lot of days off.
This is what. So when I was looking through your Instagram, the first post I saw was all the UK dates. That's why I defaulted to the UK for some reason.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be so exciting. I have some family there and I lived there briefly as well, so I have some friends there. So it'll be so cool to go back and play and I'm so excited. I'm so
Nice,
excited.
nice. And do you get to tour the States at all, or is it all pretty much Canada and Europe?
I was just in Nashville in September,
Okay.
playing some shows. So I have my big brother also lives in Louisiana,
Oh,
so
nice.
I tend to go south pretty often.
Nice.
And Nashville's been kind of my go-to. Would love to play shows in Texas though.
Well, we could definitely have that conversation.
Yeah.
See, I get asked so frequently now that I've just kind of built a Rolodex of like, okay, here's the like from Dallas down to San Antonio. Here's a list of people to hit up. You
Oh
know,
my gosh. You
so
should just be like a part-time booking agent.
I've tried. I've tried that. It is so hard. Like for the amount of effort that I have to put in, and it's just like it's not something that I enjoy doing. Like, so we do like a live podcast showcase thing where we go and book out like venues and stuff.
That's cool.
I find that the most annoying thing in the world. Like, I couldn't imagine trying to do it for someone else, but it's just like,
I think it's like about having relationships with venues, and
yeah,
once you have them, you're just sending people along, and it's
mhm,
not like you have to build a new relationship every time. But certainly in the beginning of, getting venues to trust the
yeah.
roster of people you have would probably be annoying.
Oh yeah.
But
And I mean,
yeah,
I 100% get what you're saying because like we've got a couple of places that we work with that they're like, yeah, whenever you could literally call us tomorrow and say, "Hey, I want to be there Sunday. If we can get you in, we're going to get you in." So it's
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
it's cool. Like to back up what you're saying, once you do build those relationships, it is what it is.
Yeah, I've been kind of thinking, so like most of the shows in Europe are all like venues, bars, and stuff like that. But there's one house concert in Italy, and I'm actually so excited for this house concert because it's just these guys that pool their money together and get musicians from all over the
Mhm.
world all the time. Like they're
Nice.
constantly doing this. And since I've booked this show, I've heard of my other musician friends be like, "Oh yeah, we've done entire house
Yeah.
tours,
Yeah.
like house show tours." I'm like, "This is amazing. I
Yeah.
love that."
It's I've heard of that, like where they do the house show tours. To me, that's like for me that'd be a little nerve wracking, just because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, there's so many different variables, but
Like, what am I walking into?
pretty much, right, right.
I
So,
hadn't thought about that, but you're not wrong.
but if you're saying like this is something they do all the time, then I'm sure they've got it down to a science for the
Yeah.
most part. So
Yeah, yeah. I've gone over the gear tag and stuff, so I
yeah.
think we're good.
Fair. So for European tour, are you playing like solo acoustic stuff, or are you bringing a band or having a band?
I'm just bringing my guitar player, so we're gonna duo with the two guitars. So he'll do lead and fills, and I'll do the rhythm and the little fills that I
Yeah.
can do.
Fair.
But yeah, it's honestly, it's so crazy bringing people on tour. It's so expensive. I can't imagine taking an entire band. I think the next time I go, I'd maybe hire some local people along
Mhm.
the way rather than taking someone with me
Yeah.
because, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Right. Because like, I mean, think about it. It double like just in the situation you're in now, it's like it doubles the cost of everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
But oh, great. So yeah, but it'll be
Yeah.
fun. You'll definitely have fun in Europe, and you'll be back what, mid-December, right? Is that
Yeah. Yeah. Around then.
nice?
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet.
Yeah. So it should be really fun. I can't wait. And I get to like, keep promoting the new music that isn't completely out yet. So I can, still play Harley, Rules, and Liar Liar that are out, but
Mhm.
I'll be playing the entire album front to back.
Nice.
So I don't know. I just think it's so fun to give people like a sneak peek before it's completely out and something to look forward to, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is something that I've been telling a lot of musicians that they should be doing because, obviously with like Spotify and stuff, there's the whole, oh, they don't pay us enough, all this, but Spotify is your best advertising tool for a
That's the
musician.
thing. Yeah.
And it's like if you do like you're doing, where you release it as a physical copy. Now the debate is, do you do vinyl CD? That's a completely different debate. Like that's,
Yeah.
it comes down to financing and whatever you got. But for me, it's like the way you're doing it is a really optimal way because it's like, okay, yes, you can buy the vinyl and you can hear everything first, and eventually everything will come out on Spotify.
Hmm.
But if I'm not 100% sold on you as a musician, or if I like your music, you've got 3 songs that are out right now. And it's like, oh, I like these 3 songs. I want to hear what's coming. And I don't want to wait 2 months or 3 months or
Yeah.
whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And it gives them like first hearing, It's like that they get to hear it before everyone else
yeah,
does. And yeah, it just feels more like personal. And I think it's cool to hear the songs first acoustically
yeah,
as well as the duo.
yeah.
Like I've changed the arrangements to make it make sense acoustically. And I love it so much. I'm like, shoot, I might need to record some of these acoustically
Right.
because the arrangements are so pretty,
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's another thing is like just doing it like, because in, I feel like singer-songwriters and like the solo acoustic vibe is having such a moment right now. I've said this on
yeah, yeah.
several podcasts where they're having such a moment right now where it's like you've got the likes of Stephen Wilson Jr., you've got,
Oh,
you
so
know,
good.
all these singer-songwriters that are just like really doing their thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
you don't need a full band. But then again, like, I don't know. So,
Yeah, I mean, you just need a good song, and the band doesn't matter in the end. If it's a good song.
fair.
You just need like for me, anyhow, if I love music, it's because it made me feel something.
Hmm.
And whatever the emotion is, if I feel it, then I'm like, okay, that's a good one.
Fair. Yeah, 100%.
So, when that's the case and you're connecting with people and you feel something, you don't need the full band necessarily. Like it's fun to play with a band. It's really fun to play
Yeah,
with a band. But I think if the song is solid enough, you should only need a couple chords and
right.
solid lyrics.
You mean like 3 chords in the truth?
Something like that.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I get what you're saying about like the full band thing, because like you brought it up a little bit ago. Like if you're trying to book out a tour, trying to book out a tour with 5 people's schedules or however big the band is,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, geez. So
Not easy.
yeah,
That's record label money.
right, 100%. And it's just like you doing it yourself or you
Yeah.
and plus one makes things a lot easier. you know?
Yeah, you split the driving
Yeah.
and, the responsibility, and it's a lot easier. And then we get to play like really intimate shows and kind of have a chance to talk about lyrics a little bit
Hmm.
more. And I think they come through a bit more. People listen a little bit more intently when you're acoustic, for
Yeah.
sure, because they're not just experiencing like the entire performance
Hmm.
necessarily, and all of the instruments are like really honed in on the song, which I love. So I'm
Yeah,
excited for that.
absolutely. So who are you listening to right now that's really got your ear?
Well, it's so funny you mentioned Steven Wilson Jr. because like when he came out with Father Son, my mind
Hmm.
was blown. I was like, holy moly. So while I was recording, and mind you, this was a couple years ago now, I
Hmm.
think, but while I was recording the album, I was listening to him a
Yeah.
lot. So yeah, he was definitely up there. Like I love that album because it's written like a pop album
Hmm.
kind of lyrically and melodically, but then the the sound is totally not like that,
Okay.
which I love. I love that kind of juxtaposition of like the pop melody
Hmm.
and like smart lyrics, and then this kind of like gritty
Yeah.
distortion, which is him,
Yeah.
but he kind of grew up in the pop world. Like his wife is the girl that sang Kiss Me.
Oh,
You know the
really?
song?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think like he was kind of had a foot in
Hmm.
each world, and I love that. And for this album, which is different from my first album, Broken Lonesome,
Hmm.
I started writing a bit on the piano, and I normally write in my head or on the guitar. And a few of them, like Harley, for example, I wrote on the piano,
Yeah.
and it has more of a pop melody, but the presentation and the sound isn't really like pop country, which
Yeah.
I think it's cool when you kind of can meld different styles with different melody. And yeah, so that I was definitely inspired by him for
Nice.
sure. Yeah.
Nice. I'm a little concerned because some of the stuff he's releasing right now is he's getting like collabs with some like major pop artists. So I'm a little concerned that we
Oh,
might be losing him, but I
oh
don't know.
no.
His stuff is really good and really solid. So
I'm not surprised in a way. I didn't know that he was doing that, but I can't say I'm surprised because like the writing is pop.
hmm.
But then, yeah, it's dressed up so differently that it makes it catchy but different. So I hope he doesn't lose that the weirdness that is
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. I 100% get where you're coming from on that one. And it's, yeah.
Like
But
I want things a little weird, like no vanilla over here.
yeah, fair enough. And I say that because he just released a song with a Shabuzi, and to me, that's just like
Oh, crazy.
it's like that's I don't know. It's two polar opposites to me, and I don't know. But
That's wild.
yeah.
But yeah, I think he might have been the only thing I was really kind of. I mean, I was listening to a lot of Dwight Yoakam
Hmm.
and Jamie Wyatt. I love
Okay.
Jamie Wyatt. I was
Yeah.
listening to Neon Cross, which is such
Nice.
a good album. Dang, I think that was with Shooter Jennings, which would
Hmm.
be
Shoot,
so dreamy to work with.
Shooter Jennings is really. He did a song with somebody I had on the podcast a while ago, Ashley Walls. And
So
that
cool.
song was so that was like my introduction to him as a musician.
He's so good.
And it's like, dang, I get it now. Like, yeah. So,
So
uh,
good.
do you
Anything
listen?
he touches is good.
Right? Do you listen to Red Clay Strays at all?
Yes, I
That,
do. Because I love soul music and I love gospel,
mhm.
and they definitely have a bit of soul. And I also love the Teskey Brothers
Mhm.
as well. And there is two kind of soul country songs on the album. One's
Yeah.
called Pyramids, and the other one's called What If I Told You? And they kind of have that staccato soul vibe to it that's like dun 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 dun
Nice.
dun 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 dun, you know?
Yep. That's it. Oh, speaking of your album, how long have you been working on this? How long has this kind of been in the process?
way too long for music industry standards.
I was going to say, it seems like it if you were listening to Steven Wilson when you were writing it 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so shoot. Let me think about this. So I released my first album in 2022, but I wrote that one in like 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a hot minute. And then while I got this residency at a bar in Toronto in 2022 or 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 3:45, like 3 hour long sets every night. And then, I had like every other gig I had as well. And I'm not a cover band. I don't know a lot. I know some covers because I'll sprinkle them in, but I've never been in a cover band or a wedding band or any of that. So I was like, shoot, I better write some more songs because I don't want to play covers all night. So I ended up writing a lot of the songs that are on this album during my year-long residency at that bar because I had so much time to fill.
Okay.
Which is fun, where those are where the honky tonks came in because, I was wanting to get people in the bar dancing and to original country music. So yeah, I think I must have started writing it in 2022 and started recording it in 2023.
Fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, it's out now. It's good to it's in the process of being released. So you're in a good spot.
Yeah, and I didn't want to drop the whole thing. Maybe because it took me years to put together, but it's like I don't want to just drop it. Like, I want people to like savor little moments of it,
That's fair. That's very fair. It, because you put so much time and effort into the project, right?
Yeah.
That just to kind of put out an entire album and it's like, okay, there it is.
Here you go. Yeah, unless you're Taylor Swift, like nobody is, like digesting an entire album of someone they don't know right away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess it's a way for people to get to know me, and I'm trying to social media more now, which I didn't with the first album.
That's fair.
So I guess this is kind of me introducing myself to the world.
Sure. Hey, you know what though? At least because now you're in a position where you have a track record. So when people find you on social media, you're not selling the promise of a song coming out.
Yeah.
You're already got music out there that you're proud of, and you've got a full album. You're in the process of releasing another one, and you released a couple singles in there as well, right?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so like, I honestly, it sounds weird, but it like picking up the social media now isn't you can do it whenever. So you're in a good spot. So
Thank you.
I was trying to figure out where I was going with that statement, and I was just like, we'll get there eventually. So
yeah, it's been a learning curve. I think the hardest part for me is to like find a way that I feel good about sharing on social media because I can so easily do it on stage. And then when it comes to being on camera or sharing, it feels totally different to me. And I just want to be on stage, really.
fair. Very fair.
So Europe is a great opportunity. The tour is a great opportunity to just turn the camera on while I'm like in my happy place.
Sure. But I don't want to keep you here too much longer because it is Friday night.
Yes.
But for people to check out the album as it drops, tour dates, show dates, social media, all that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
I have a website, so it's just www.nickolamagnolia, like the flower.com. And on Instagram, it's just Nickola Magnolia across the board. On Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Music. I'm posting the tour dates. So if you are abroad, you can come see and check out a show. And then I'm dropping 3 more songs from the album January 30th. So can stay tuned for that too.
Sweet. We'll have to get you down to Waco where I'm at because we have a place called Magnolia Market.
Oh, yeah, I love that. In Louisiana, too, it's like Magnolia everything, which I love, which is so cool. But I would love that. I would definitely love to play some shows in Texas. So we'll have to have a chat after.
Yep, we'll get you squared up. So, but
awesome.
Once again, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate your time. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will catch you all later.